section.
Okay, so today we're going to be discussing crime and its effects on society, which is Unit 12.
Okay, so if we start with outlining the current and disorder legislation. Firstly, the Police Reform Act of 2002. So this one was implemented under the Labour government, with the main aim to improve the way the police service operated within a community. The Act reformed the police service within the way that they conducted themselves in the public eye and internally, meaning three things. Number one, a 3-year auditable reports that are consistent with central government strategic priorities. These reports prove that the police service are working in commission with government guidelines and targets that are achievable. Number two, the Independent Police Complaints Commission was established through this Act. It was established to create a body of people to handle complaints against the police. And number three, PCSOs were created because of this Act, their role being able to tackle low-level crime in communities, along with giving a visual presence to the public.
So following that, we've also got the Criminal Justice Act 2003. This act was also implemented under the Labour government with the main purpose to change the power of the criminal justice system. This meant that a number of things were changed, such as scrapping the double jeopardy rule, meaning that a person can be tried for the same crime twice if it happens that new evidence erases, meaning it could impact the case. Judges can now sentence criminals for up to 30 years for murder aided by a firearm or explosives, along with similar offences. And then magistrates can now hand out a 12-month sentence, and then following that we've also got the minimum sentence for murder, which is 15 years. We've also got the Antisocial Behaviour Act 2003. This was introduced for ways of dealing with antisocial behaviour, mainly aimed at like gangs and groups, and it gave the police and a number of other authorities new powers, which is vital in certain areas around the UK. This also consists of local authorities, the British Transport Police, and registered social landlords being able to now issue ASBOs for antisocial behaviour. Police now have the power to tell anyone under the age of 16 to return home after 9 PM for their own safety and obviously other members of the public safety. And the police have the power to place shutters on premises involved with the production of Class A drugs for up to 6 months. And following this, community support officers can now issue orders to groups of 2 or more people that they believe are causing alarm or distress to the public. And lastly, on-the-spot fines were introduced for graffiti, noise and truancy.
Then we have the Crime and Disorder Act of 1998. It was introduced to support victims of crime, ensure that appropriate sentences and orders are issued to offenders, and help agencies work together to tackle crime. This particular legislation is responsible for ensuring that partnerships are developed between agencies such as the City Council, Police and Rescue Service, and the communities they work in, to cover areas like antisocial behaviour, sex offenders, parenting orders, and child safety orders.
Okay, so in a whole, legislation is the act of making or enacting laws. Sentence is the punishment that is given to a person who is found guilty by a criminal court. Offender is the person who has committed a crime.